Hello guys, this is Elias with the WPL import team, and today I'm going to show you how to export JetEngine meta fields using WPL export. Now we're going to export these JetEngine meta fields to an Excel file. So to get started, let's just select the post type we want to export, which in this case is properties. So I'm going to open real quick here so you can see we have 103 properties here. So I'm going to select that from here. Right, and you can see that WPL import has detected the right number of properties to be exported. So let's just click on the Customize Export File button. And this is the main screen in WPL export. And here we just need to drag and drop the elements we want from this right panel. And the ones we don't, we just drag them off like so. So first thing, let's preview to see what we get here. And you can see we have this one church court and this one Marion Street and whatnot. And all of these are properties. We can, for example, copy this one, go here to all properties and look for that. So we can see the data we have, right? So we have a couple of taxonomies. We have our feature image, of course, the title and the description. Here is our JetEngine meta fields. We have a couple of simple text fields. We have a date picker field. We have a couple of select fields, right? And then we have a checkbox field, then a number, radio, and here we have a JetEngine repeater field with 3 sub-elements too. Now, then we have a JetEngine gallery and a JetEngine media field and 4 more simple text fields. Now, all of this data, it's gonna come here under the JetEngine section. So you can open that up, and if I zoom in, you can see that we have this first element in black letters, and the other ones are in green letters. Now, the reason for that is because you can add each one of these fields individually, like so, right? And if you preview, you can see that the file is taking shape in real time, right? So that's one way to do it. But the other one, let me remove this real quick, all right? All right, so the second one, like I said before, is to drag and drop the first element, and it will add all of the fields automatically, right? So you can preview, and all of the data is going to be here. And for the images and all of these kinds of elements, well, it will be exported as just text. And for instance, you can click here in the gallery element, and you can change the value format. Maybe you want to export the file names, right? So you change that, save it, preview, and here is our gallery. And as you can see here, guys, all of these elements are separated with pipes, right? And these are the file names. Now, this is not what I want though. I'm gonna change this back to media URL. So save, preview, and here it is again, right? We have our media URLs. And if I copy one of these, and open it in a new tab, you can see that the image shows up there. Now, you can change the delimiter right here if you wanted, because maybe you want to change this for a comma, right? So let's do that. I'm gonna open my gallery, and I have a quick PHP function ready here, so I'm gonna paste that in, right? And this function, it's gonna replace our pipes with commas, right? Comma and a space to look nice, right? So it looks nicer. Now I'm gonna save this function, copy the name of my function, go here to export the value returned by a PHP function, paste my function name here, and this function, which is this one, is gonna run on this value, right? And this value right here is the field we're gonna use this function on. So I'm gonna save this, preview again, and there you go, guys. We have changed all of the pipes with commas, right? So you can do all sorts of crazy stuff with the function editor if you want to. But for this example, let's just run with that. I'm going to change the name of this column. I'm going to say, yeah, name is good because these are properties. So yeah, maybe property name. That should be good. Property name, yeah. Cool. Save, and for the content, I'm going to say description maybe. Cool. Save, preview, and there you go. So guys, each one of these fields have different properties. So for example, this date first listed, if you click on it, you can change the date format. So let me preview again so you can see what we get now. This is the date format we have now. So if I click on the date first listed element and change this to say D, F, J, and Y, yeah. Let's save this, preview, and there it is. We have changed our date format. Now again, guys, there is a lot of things you can do. You can change here the delimiter too. Here is the amenities field, and remember this amenities field, a JetEngine checkbox field, right? You can select multiple values here. So if you wanted to separate this with commas using the same function we used before, you could just click on it. Here it is. Cool. Copy the name of that same function and do the same. It will work too, right? And there it is. We have changed our pipes with commas, right? So it's cool. Now, guys, here we have our rooms repeater field. And remember, the repeater is this guy right here, which allows us to keep adding as many sub-elements as we want, which is pretty cool. Then we can do a couple of things here. Let me zoom in really quick so you can see. This is the first element, entrance hallway, and this is the second, WC, living room, and so on and so forth. They are separated with pipes too. And here are the room's measurements. Now, the first one doesn't have any measurements. I don't know why. That's how the data is. You can see it right here. So you can see we're having the exact same data we have in our post type. So that's good. But then we have here our description. And this does exist for the first room. But if you wanted to have this data maybe in a more orderly fashion, you could click here in the rooms element, right? And enable this option that says display each repeated row in its own CSV line. Now, I'm not gonna enable this option right now, just to show you guys how this looks before we do that. Let me preview again, and here is our room's name. You can see that we only have the entrance hallway now. And if I scroll down a little bit, you can see the WC, living room, and all of the other rooms in that property. Now you will also notice that all of these other cells are empty. Now there's a way we can populate them. Let's just go back here to rooms and enable this option that says fill in empty columns. Now if enabled, each repeater row will appear as its own CSV line with all the post info field for every column. Now let's save again, preview again, and here is our room's name, right? WC and whatnot, living room. But all of the other cells are now populated, right? So this is what it does. And guys, there is really not a right or wrong way. It kind of depends on you, on the way you need your data. WPL Export gives you full flexibility here. You can even drag and drop some of this stuff and change the order. For example, if you want to maybe have, I don't know, say the map address as the first field, right? For some reason, just do that. And there you go, guys. Here it is. Now, this doesn't look good, so I'm gonna take that back as it was. And, well, this is pretty much everything, guys. So let's just select the export type we want. And we have two options for that. We have spreadsheet mode and feed mode. The feed mode is just an XML, right? You can see it's the same order of the columns, just in XML mode. And all of the PHP functions maybe you have running, they will be kept too. But if you want to get a lot more crazy with your XML feeds, you can build your own using the custom XML feed. Now, I'm going to select spreadsheet. And remember, guys, we're going to export JetEngine Fields to an Excel file, right? So let's select that. And we have two options for Excel. I'm going to choose this one, but you can choose whatever works for you. Now, this won't change anything here. You can see it's pretty much the same, right? But when we export this, let me continue here. It's going to be an Excel file. It's just as simple, guys. Now, guys, to wrap this up, we have our scheduling options. And this is pretty cool because it will allow you to export all of this data automatically on a schedule. Now, you can choose the automatic scheduling service. And, guys, this is a paid service. It costs $9 a month. And you can select very easily from here the days you want to run this export on and the time too. And WPL Export will just take care of that for you. Now, what's cool about this is that you can connect this with maybe Zapier or something like that, and maybe have your file emailed you on these days, or maybe connect to an external service like an ERP or something like that, you just need to go to wplimport.com, click on the docs menu, and you will find how to do that with Zapier here. And after we've run this export, I'm going to show you where you can find that info more easily too here in the WordPress UI. For now, let's continue. And the second option we have for the scheduling options is this manual scheduling. Now, this is going to use cron jobs, and cron jobs are free, so you don't need to subscribe to the automatic scheduling service. You can just use cron jobs. They're just a little bit more technical, but if you click here, you will be taken to our docs on how to run cron jobs, right? Now, these advanced settings, I'm going to select do not schedule here. And these advanced settings are pretty much self-explanatory, but you can hover on the question marks, right? If you don't understand what they do. And if even after that you still have some questions, you can just contact our support team and we will be more than happy to help you out, guys. Now I'm going to confirm and run this, and it's going to be very quick because we only have 103 properties. And here you go. We have a button to download our Excel file and a button to download a bundle. Now this bundle is a zip file that contains our import file and all of the configurations, so you can import all of this data using WPL import, right? Now, for this example, let's just download our Excel file. All right, let's open that up and see what we get here. Cool, guys. So we have here all of our data. You can see we have our property name, right? Description, the map address, short address that first listed with the format we specified, right? Then we have our availability, the price, the listing type, square feet, the amenities, with all of the values separated with commas. Then we have our rooms repeater, right? We have the room's name, room's measurement, and room's description right here. And remember, guys, we separated this, each one of them in its own line, so we can see all of these are the same property, right? And they have the same values here, but this one have different values and so on and so forth. And here is our gallery, cool, and the floor plan, agent name, and whatnot. And that's it, guys. That's how to export JetEngine meta fields to an Excel file using WPL export and the JetEngine export add-on. Now, if you want to know more about how to import or export other JetEngine custom fields, or if maybe you're using Metabox or ACF to handle your custom fields and bus types and whatnot, you can also check out the other videos in our channel or go to our website at wplimport.com. For now, thank you for watching, guys, and see you next time.